Hi, everyone, and thank you for watching this info session for January 2024. For those of you that are returning parents and students, a lot of this information we have covered already, so feel free to skip ahead in this recording. Today, we're going to be talking a lot about All-American Model UN, especially for the new group of students that were just accepted into the spring cohort. But we're also going to be going over some opportunities for the spring and summer, including some new announcements towards the end of the presentation. So even if you have been with All-American Model UN for quite some time, please go ahead and skip ahead to about the 10th or 11th slide so that you can get all of the relevant information. And then at the end of this presentation, you're going to find a QR code or a link to fill out a 60-second survey for parents to take. So if you could go ahead and do that at the end of the presentation, I'd really appreciate that. My name is Frank Pavlikevich. I'm the founder and director of All American Model UN. I founded All American Model UN in 2011. For many of you, you've heard this backstory before, but we've started as an international team that was bringing U.S. students to international conferences where we would be representing the United States, and since then have grown pretty radically over the past decade or so. We have been going to U.S. conferences for about 5 years, and for about 6 or 7 years, we've been running training academies. So in that time, I've coached probably well over 600 students. I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm also an actively involved member of the startup community. Our program director for the past several years, including this year, is Gab McKay, who is now a senior at the #1 ranked American University Model UN program. She's been with us for a number of years, and many of you also know Sarah as well, who's a senior at Vanderbilt University, one of their head devs for a number of years, and she has been coaching our students since the beginning of the year, and we're really lucky to have both of them working with all of our students throughout the year. So, like I said, we've been operating since 2011, and our mission is really to help validate and legitimize the Model UN experience, both to parents, to schools, and to colleges, because we know how intrinsically important Model UN is to not only an educational experience for high school students, but also in terms of personal growth and awareness. We believe in teaching the 4 key success variables, and we've identified these variables because we wanted not just to teach the Model UN, but to academia, to career success, and beyond. So those 4 right here on the screen for you: preparation, pattern recognition, advocacy, and emotional intelligence. All of our lessons are crafted around one or multiple of these principles, and we think they're incredibly transferable to the futures of each of our students. To give you a little bit of an idea about our community, at least by the metrics, over 95% of our students end up winning awards on our teams. That number actually may be slightly adjusted after we have the results that have come in from the 2023 academic year. We have over 200 people that apply for our teams. We offer 2 different types of acceptances: a training acceptance and a full acceptance. I'll get into those details a little bit later. But I think a couple of the numbers that I'm particularly proud about are that over 65% of our students that enroll in one program with us enroll in multiple programs. This is really a testament to the bond that we're able to form between students, families, and our coaching staff. So that's always the one metric that I always like to point out. For those that are interested, we're about equally split between public and private schools, about equally split between the men and women on our team, and we have representation from across the United States, which is also a pretty cool experience for students and for the staff to have. The travel team is really the heartbeat of All American Model UN. We are by far the best competitive, results-driven Model UN program in the country, I would argue in the world. We're looking to help our students improve as not only Model UN delegates, but as scholars and as leaders within their schools and their communities. I really shouldn't have to spend all too much time on the benefits of Model UN conferences. I think if you're here, you probably already rightfully know what the benefits are, but this type of experiential education has really become popular within the past 10 to 15 years because it equally emphasizes hard skill development, such as research and analysis, solution development, and academic writing, along with what were formerly known as the soft skills or life skill development. So time management, prioritization, goal setting, teamwork, adaptability, maturity, problem solving, cultural awareness, and decision making. These are all skills that are built upon throughout a student's time doing Model UN related activities. And this is why we have devoted over a decade to helping students to access more of these incredible opportunities in their high school years. The goals of our travel team are pretty varied, but we're looking to not only increase the skills and competencies of our students, but we want our students to mature into young leaders and bring this new array of experiences that they're able to acquire from the travel team to whatever their next stage in life may be. I always like to show this slide, one, because I like to brag a little bit, but two, because the term results oriented is not just a catchphrase, it's something that we truly believe. These are all of the delegation awards that we have received since we started way back in 2011. Those conferences highlighted in blue are the international conferences, and then those in black are the US conferences. So you can see that we have begun to shift to attending more US conferences over the years. We've performed equally well between international and US conferences, and then obviously the COVID period wiped out any chance for us to travel internationally. So we're really excited this year to bring the international experiences back to our students, because I really believe that unlocking the world through Model UN is one of our key objectives. The big transition that we made starting in September of 23 is that we moved to a cohort-based model instead of an open application model. So in the past, when students applied to All-American Model UN, they sort of sat in this accepted pool of students until they decided to enroll with us. And if they never enrolled with a conference team, we never had the ability to work with them throughout the school year. So now with the cohort, we meet every other week on Zoom. All of our students can attend either the Monday or Tuesday session. They're all planned in advance so that students can figure out how to work them into their schedule. We've been really happy with the level of quality of the cohort sessions so far. It gives us a chance to really have a more consistent touch point with each student throughout the school year, whether they're competing with All-American Model UN or with their school teams, because at the end of the day, we're looking for our students to have success wherever they want to find it. You do have to be a member of the travel team cohort in order to enroll in conferences, but you already know that if you're listening to this video. The tuition for the cohort is $360 for the year, or $180 for half of the year. So if you were just accepted and enrolled into the spring cohort, you most likely signed up for that half-year membership. These tuition fees are likely to increase in the future. As a show of good faith, we also extended a grant equal to the tuition of the travel team cohort that students can use on any of our programs throughout the year. So like I mentioned previously, we offer both training acceptances and full acceptances now. The training acceptances are designed to strengthen the key skills that students need before attending highly competitive Model UN conferences with us. We do have some conferences where we allow both training and full acceptances to enroll for. They were both in the fall. The University of Connecticut and Yale Model UN Korea were both what we considered open enrollment conferences, and we've made a few exceptions for students to attend some other conferences in the spring with us, but for the most part, this is how we will be operating. We evaluate students on a training acceptance on an ongoing basis, and what we're looking for is competency in different aspects of writing, research, speaking, and procedure. We're really excited to extend full acceptances to 3 members of our training team. So Violet, who attends the master's school in New York, Karis, who's out in Colorado, and Robin, who is attending school in Missouri. Congratulations to the 3 of you for making it through the training period into a full acceptance. So now these 3 students can attend any conference with us from this point until the moment that they matriculate in college, including that summer between senior year of high school and your first year of university, which a lot of students tend to take advantage of, particularly for the international trips that we do in the summer. So congratulations to these 3 women. I'm not even sure if they are aware that they're being upgraded by the time they watch this video, but congratulations to them. More details will be coming to them in their emails. For U.S. conferences this year, we originally had 4 conferences scheduled. We added a 5th due to the demand from students. So we attended the University of Connecticut in the fall. We were by far the best delegation there. We won a number of awards. We just got back from Columbia University, where 11 out of 16 of our students won individual awards, and we came in first place in terms of our point ratio. We'll be attending Bosman in February, NAMN, which is Georgetown's conference, in February, and the Northwestern's conference in April. We still have seats available on that Northwestern conference, so if you're looking to add on another conference to attend, take a look at the Northwestern conference happening in April, and then I'll talk about how specifically to enroll for that team or any program in a few slides. The tuition for the 23-24 school year is $950 per U.S. conference. And then we have package rates to try to make it more affordable for students that are attending multiple conferences. A note there, if you do decide to enroll in a package deal, those conferences that you enroll for will carry forward, so don't feel like you have to use them all by the end of this year. The U.S. conference prices will also likely be increasing for the next school year. We try to cover just about everything we can for the U.S. conferences, so that includes airport, train station transfers to and from. We have one team dinner, usually on Saturday night, and then, of course, all the conference fees, all of the lodging in the hotel, all the supervision and support, limited insurance, and then all of the pre-conference coaching that's involved in that. We also have limited financial aid available for the U.S. conferences. We more or less operate these at a break even so that students have the opportunity to attend these conferences, but we have a lot more financial assistance available for both the summer academies and the international programs. We attended Yale Model U in Korea in Seoul in November. We have 2 more international conferences on our docket for this school year. The first is in March. That'll be in Brussels. And then in August, we'll be in Bangalore, India. We have 4 seats left that I'd really love to fill for Yale Model Government Europe. So if you're interested in that, it's in March. The dates are on the website. Please let me know as soon as possible. We do have financial assistance available. Like I said, I'd like to really fill those last 4 seats that we have for that program. So if you're motivated, I will do everything I can to support you. Conference expectations should be really clear by now for all of our students. If you enroll in a conference team with us, you're expected to attend all of the team training sessions, and we will operate those training sessions on the assumption that you have prepared previously. Every student is required to do a pre-conference assignment, which has a deadline, which is communicated to all students, as well as a position paper. Again, the coaching staff is here to help students with that. We also meet one-on-one with every student on every conference team. So in addition to the cohorts, if you're looking for individual feedback, signing up for a conference team is the unparalleled way to get better at this activity, because we devote so much one-on-one attention to each of our students and each of their performances. We have program overview documents. These are sort of our cheat sheets for each of the conferences. You can find them online to download. They contain all of the hotel information, the dates, loose itineraries, travel instructions for how to book flights, all of that information, contact information you can download. You can sort of print it off and put it on your fridge if you'd like. It's just a one-stop shop for all of the program-specific information. And then, of course, while we are traveling, safety and security is our +1 priority. For full safety guidelines that we follow, you can check that out on the website. The link's on this slide here. In the 11+ years I've been operating All American Model UN, we've never had a serious safety or security issue. We've been able to deal with illnesses and with other minor things, but there's never been a serious issue. And then, of course, the 857 number, which many of you are probably familiar with at this point, turns into a 24/7 support line while we are at conferences, either in the U.S. or overseas. Tuition and pricing, we went over the U.S. conferences already. International conferences start at $2,400 per program. There are discounted rates if you're going to sign up for multiple international conferences, which I really recommend you do, because those are the biggest deals that we are able to offer. The international conferences include more meals, and all of the touring and extra activities. So it's a pretty good deal, especially if you look at other international travel programs for high school students. And then, like I said, we have financial assistance available, which includes installment plans as well as just straight grants and discounts that we can offer. So if you're interested in that, please just contact me directly, or you can fill out the financial assistance application, the link to which is on this slide. To finalize your enrollment for any conference, it's basically a 5-step process from start to beginning. You have to receive an acceptance for All-American Model UN. You must attend a welcome meeting with myself. So if you're a new student and you haven't had a one-on-one meeting with your parents and I, please go ahead and schedule that as soon as possible so that I can answer any family-specific questions. Submit the student form so that that can go up onto the website, enroll in the cohort, and then you can enroll in conferences. And the conferences can be found right online at allamericanmun.com/enroll. That's where you're going to go to enroll in any of the programs as an accepted student. And that link will be provided in a site directory, which is in just a few slides. For those students that are still on a training acceptance, it is highly recommended that you attend a summer academy. We'll be running 4 this summer, 2 in Boston and 2 at American University. We offer a diplomacy academy, which covers all of the more traditional Model UN committees, including the General Assembly and Economic and Social Council. And then our crisis academy will deal with more specialized agencies, front room and back room crisis committees. So if you're interested in expanding your horizons into a new style of committee, or you want to get extra practice, if you want to take your training acceptance to a full acceptance, this is probably the most straightforward path to do that. All of the information and enrollment instructions are online. These are open enrollment, so if you know of family members or friends or colleagues who have students that are interested in Model UN, please pass this information along to them. We would love to have your support in broadening our messaging and audience for the summer programs. Finally, some really exciting announcements for this summer, the first of which is the Model UN Scholarship and Celebration Dinner. So some of you are aware that I've started a new nonprofit. It's 501c3 to raise money for Model UN scholarships and Model UN activities for individuals and for schools. This is going to be the kickoff event for that, but we decided to make it a twofer. We'll also be doing a celebration dinner at the same time. So we're going to be recognizing all of our seniors. We're going to be giving out a few college scholarships to graduating seniors. We're going to be recognizing alumni. It's going to be a really great night. We have a venue secured in Cambridge, Massachusetts called The Foundry. We're super excited. We have about 100 seats available, and it'll be $135 per seat to attend that dinner. So more information will be coming out via email about how to buy those tickets to attend, but we're really excited to formally announce this to all of our families and all of our students. And then the second new thing that we're going to be announcing is the All-American Model UN Student Retreat, which will take place right over that same time period. So from June 7th to the 10th, 2024, we're going to be using this as a training boot camp for accepted students. We're going to be using this as an opportunity to plan out a new Model UN conference that All-American Model UN will be starting in the following year. So if you're interested in being on the organizing committee or secretariat of that conference, please think about attending the Model UN Student Retreat, because that's when we're going to be developing your committees, writing some topic briefs, and preparing for that conference. So that's going to be just 2 events specifically targeted at celebrating our community, recognizing some outstanding members, and we'd love to have you and your families in attendance to help us celebrate. And then finally, just so that I know who has watched this and who hasn't, if you can please follow this link or scan the QR code. It's a 5-question survey, just so that we know that parents and families have watched this presentation. It literally will take under a minute to complete. We're just looking for a little bit of feedback and a little bit of guidance in terms of who's interested in attending the celebration dinner and the student retreat. So go ahead and scan that as soon as you have finished this. It won't take you but a minute to complete. And here's a pretty comprehensive site directory with all of the most important links on the All-American Model UN website. whether you're looking to book time with me to speak as a student or a parent, if you're looking for how to enroll, if you're looking for the travel form or financial assistance form, all of those links are here. And we even launched a new page at allamericanmun.com/info, which has the master calendar, the ability to schedule meetings with Gab or myself, and a bunch of other important information. So if you have questions, that's the best place to go. Of course, if you ever do need to get in touch with us, the 857 number, you can call that, you can text that, or you can email us. Whatever is easier for you, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching this presentation. Please fill out that survey as soon as you can, and we look forward to another productive semester at All American Model UN. Thanks so much, and have a great day.